Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with Anthony Melton. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. Now here's Williams. Johnson, that's for 2. That's good on the jump shot.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Here's Chicago. Herter setting the pick for Ball. Pass to Herter. And here is Williams. From the wing, it's hauled in by Claxton. And not too long ago, Doris, there was such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
And here is Thomas following Lonzo Ball's 3. Thomas, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Now, here's Melton for the 3. The shot, no good. And stolen by Melton. Jumps up, flushes it down to finish the break.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Ball kicks to Herter. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Herter. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Collins. Here's Ball. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Ball's got 5 points so far.
And I love how Ball accepts the contact on his way up, not allowing it to alter his shot.
Johnson finds Claxton. Outside for Thomas. Claxton a screen on Ball. Stolen by Ball. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Ball slams it in.
And the intelligence, his overall basketball IQ, Ball just has a knack for being in the right spot, especially when the break is on.
2 minutes. Now here's Thomas. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Over in the corner, Williams. Off target from outside. The Bulls leading by 4. Outside Williams. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Melton. Here's Claxton. He can't get that one to fall. Collins with some nice D. For 3, Williams. They get it back. Here's Herter. 6 to shoot. Collins kicks to Herter. No good from outside.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Johnson's shot is off. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Ball with a wide open look. The good-looking shot from the wing. 9 points in the game so far.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Johnson, the pass to Melton. Back to Johnson. They could use a bucket. And he's good on the 3 ball. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
and he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul.
Cameron Thomas.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Herter. From deep. The kick out to Ball. Out to the right wing. Bruce Ellis, no one around him. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Bruce Ellis showing a little bit of everything with that quick release.
Outside Thomas. With one on the clock. And Ball with the block. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's Chicago up by 6. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
The guard set is Giddey and White. Vucevic is out there with Smith. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Chicago. It's Russell with the drive. That one drops for him.
You can see the assertiveness right now of D'Angelo Russell. He welcomes the contact and powers and plays right through it.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
White against Marks. White, good. White's got 5.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Kicks it out to Wilson. Pass to Martin. Russell with a wide open look. And the 3 off target. Knocked away. Here's Connie. Count it. Good.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside White. Here's Giddey. From down in the low post. It goes. Giddey's got his first bucket in this one.
That's outstanding footwork by Josh Giddey. Finishing the painted area. I can do that too.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Giddey. The 3. A shot off that time. Nets trail by 4. Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Wilson. No good. That would have tied it. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. No one near Smith as he lets it go. The shot's good on the the assist by Vucevic.
Yeah, Jalen Smith wants to stretch the floor. He's got a sweet shot.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. The tray, the rebound by Sharp.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end. Certainly, he cannot buy a bucket right now.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Such a wide open look. Russell's got 8.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Bulls shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Up top, Russell. Giddey defending. Pulls up. Russell, no luck. Chicago leading. Giddey the pass to White. Front pass the arc. All good again. Just 3 for 10 with that miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. And Clowney can't get it to go.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
In transition, here come the Nets. And then Short with the dunk.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
It could go. No good on the last second attempt there. It's all tied in Chicago. And now we'll send it over to David. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
33.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Anthony Melton out there with Johnson. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. Claxton no good. Now the Bulls with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Williams with the steal. And it's Williams finishing it off.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Melton kicks to Johnson. Back to Melton. 4 on the shot clock. Johnson with a screen on Herter.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where does the defense. No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Kicks it out to Johnson. Melton feeling it out a bit. Back to Johnson. From outside the arc. Let's keep it alive. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Johnson. Chicago on defense. A 2-point game.
Number 24.
It's Williams with the drive.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
First team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Ball. The kick out to Williams. Ball against Melton. Shot clock at 6. Ball no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Nice move. And then Thomas with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Johnson over Williams. And it's Chicago with the rebound. The drive by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
Kicks it out to Johnson. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Thomas. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Thomas got 7.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And that one, good.
And the confidence just oozing out of Ball right now. He feels like he can get any shot he wants. You can ill afford to let him get into a rhythm.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
Russell sets a screen for Martin. Outside, Russell. Clock at 6. Makes it off the glass. He's got 10.
This guy an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Here's Giddey. Swing home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Chicago trailing here. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
6'8". That's excellent size, and Josh Giddey makes that dunk easy work.
Here's Russell. And the layup's good off the glass.
D'Angelo Russell.
Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Bulls have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight, and he makes the first.
At the line for the Bulls.
He's perfect from the line this time. 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Russell. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've reached the end of the third. 3 intense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The Bulls leading. The guard set is Giddey and White. Smith is out there with Vucevic. And Dosunmu in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Well, the pull-up jump shot of Josh Giddey is going to be hard to guard, folks. 6'8" and really long.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Brendan Watford's checked in for Brooklyn. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Brooklyn ball.
Nets trail by 4. Melton passes to Johnson. Hits the three-point bomb.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Williams with a clean look from outside off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Williams inside. Giddey defending. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Josh Giddey. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. Takes it. Hammering it in.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Ball against Melton. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Johnson outside. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Thomas against Ball. 6 to shoot. Here's Johnson. And they pick up 2.
Cameron Johnson.
And it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance. They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Melton kicks to Johnson. Outside Thomas. Johnson sends the screen for Thomas. And a miss there on the triple. Bulls have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
And Ball is not going to back down in these moments. In fact, he embraces being the man when it's a big possession.
And Thomas, here we go. And then Thomas with the dunk.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Melton with the ball. Pass to Williams. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Williams has got 9 points here in the second half. Here's Ball. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And the defense can't do anything more to stop Ball on the drive. I mean, he's good at using his size to help him convert through contact.
Williams looking over the floor, driving the lane. Here's Thomas. It's deflected.
Making good use of his length. Uzella's able to track down the block that time.
The Nets making a switch here. Martin's checked in. Pocket 4. From deep, Thomas. Here's Claxton outside for Martin. With 1 on the clock and finished off by Martin.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Has the ability to score against size, and those were crucial.
Claxton the pass to Martin. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Upside Thomas. It's tipped. Now Bruzelis. Giddy, no one around him. Got it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest. Absolutely no fear in this young fella. When the game is close, you want the ball in Ball's hand.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Outside Thomas. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Martin for 3, off the mark. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really, and a
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking bad. Rivals going head-to-head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Mark Williams out there with Grant Williams, and it's Okogie in at small forward.
Ball likes that pick and roll action now. He's excellent at running. He's got a lot of experience doing it. He knows when to pass it or when to take the shot himself.
Now here's Miller. Outside, Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Miller, the pass to Okogie. Miller can't get it to go.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Collins, no good. And it's the Hornets ball. Williams with the screen. Misses the 3. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. I talked with coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And Ball gets it to go.
Boy, Ball plays with so much confidence. You know this guy believes in what he can do, including finding ways to score it inside.
Now here's Ball. He's got 5. Pass to Williams. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Chicago shooting their first foul shot of the game.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
For Charlotte, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Now here's Ball. Tight defense on him. Fires from deep. It's not going to go for him. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. Into the lane. And Ball throws it down.
And he's got great speed, Ball does. This guy is really good at finding ways to slither through the defense.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. And a nice finish on the layup. Ball's got 9 points.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Miller. They set a pick. Will it go? Chicago grabs the miss. Herter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Okogie. Beyond the arc. Drills it from deep.
Boy, because of his athleticism, when Josh Okogie is knocking down the three-point shot, he is really uber dangerous.
Ball passes to Herter. Back to Ball. Shoots over Ball. They get it again. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. 7-point differential. Williams a screen on Ball. Ball surveys the floor. Okogie on the wing. Fires from deep. And Charlotte another 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
To the middle. Outside Herter. Pass to Ball. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Miller. There's a minute 12 left in the first quarter of the game, and that's a foul called on Kevin Herter. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
1:10 left to play in the first. Good.
The execution has been better lately, but do they have enough energy to pull it off?
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Now here's Ball. 9 points in the game. And Ball throws it down.
Well, you can't let Ball get this deep. I mean, once he's this close to the rim, that far inside, he's ready for the throwdown.
Here's Ball. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Collins. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Grant Williams. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time. Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Here's Ball. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
You know, possessing outstanding height in this position, Ball excels at using that size and his body control to convert through contact.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Okogie. 6 points for him. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Okogie's got 8.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Herter passes to Ball. Ball, a screen on Williams. Collins. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Okogie. He knocks it down.
Under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes.
They're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And I couldn't tell exactly what happened. And apparently, I guess the refs didn't get a clear look at it either.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Hornets out in front. They lead by a bucket. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Charlotte.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Jalen Smith is out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And he comes up with a bucket. Giddey's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And the pass to Bridges. Here's Jeffries. Shot to stop the run. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Bulls leading by 3. Outside White. Soft touch off the glass. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Giddey with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Smith finishing with power. I like that dunk right there.
Hornets trail by 4. The drive by Man. Over to the left wing. Here's Jeffries. He's covered by Dosunmu. 6 to shoot for 3. Bridges. And the Hornets, another 3.
Always looking to make an impact and capable of doing so. When Bridges sees a shot, he does not hold back. He lets it fly.
Here's White. It's rebounded by Jeffries. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Pass to Bridges. The 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
For 3.
Bridges has got 9 points.
No hesitation from Bridges there. He knows exactly when he should look to shoot it off the catch.
And that one's good. Giddy.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Man, the pass to Bridges. Driving in. No luck on that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Disumu outside. Here's Vucevic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Bulls lead by 2.
The scoring mindset of Vucevic, working some real magic driving to the hole and finishing with style.
Well, with the Hornets, they're still seeking their first NBA title, Clark.
Yep, and you think about all the talent that's come through the Queen City, BA. Playoff success has eluded. I mean, hopefully it's just a matter of time before their fans have something to cheer about.
Here's Jeffries. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
The Hornets have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Here's Jeffries. Knocks it down from distance. He has 7. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Giddy. And there's the rejection. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. Disumu on the wing. Launches a 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Outside White. Vucevic, the pass to Smith. From outside, off the mark. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
No need to rush that play right there. That's called giving away a possession.
Here's Giddy. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Chicago ahead. They're up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, it's been quite a game for Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court for the Hornets. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Williams is out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Ball against ball. Miller outside. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. And the Hornets lead by 1.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Miller can't get it to go. Chicago's got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Pass to Herder. The 3 ball. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. The 3 from Ball. Oh, Ball so dangerous from the perimeter.
Boy, making it look very easy. Ball has been unguardable tonight.
Here's Buzelis. Outside, Williams. And here's Collins. Outside, Herder. 5 on the clock. Pass to Ball. Fades back. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Okogie. Herder defending. Williams passes to Ball. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Here's Buzelis, guarded by Miller. Williams on the wing. Outside Herder. And stolen by Williams. The finish! Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Buzelis, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
And you look at Matas Buzelis, size, touch, feel for the game too, Greg.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
A line change here for Chicago. Giddey passes to White. Back to Giddey. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
The Hornets with a lead. Outside man. For 3, Bridges. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Here's Dosunmu. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Miles Bridges.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Outside man. Lets it go from deep. He's off on that one. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 1. Pass to White for the lead. And again, no good by Chicago. Stolen by Giddey. So they take the lead. Giddey's got 13.
And it's been a thrilling matchup. Both teams giving their all.
And I tell you what, a recycled bin full of lead changes. It's been a game of major runs so far.
Man, the pass to Jeffries. Puts up a deep 3. Smith with the rebound.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Offensive board. Outside White. Pass to Giddey. Shot clock at 6. Back to White. Takes a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. And it's a 4-point Chicago lead.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And that one's good, man.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Outside Giddey. Got it. Good job in the low post. 15 points in the game. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And here's man. Pass to Jeffries. Goes up at the elbow. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that does it for the third quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Giddey and White pair to make the backcourt. Ayo out there with Smith. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Charlotte trailing. And here's Green from the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Outside White. Smith outside. This one for 3. Sinks it from distance. And the Bulls lead by 2.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
That athletic ability gets Bridges to the rim there. He almost totally shrugged off the defense.
Now here's Giddey. Kick out to White.
Hornets foul.
And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Collins, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Smith. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Lonzo Ball in for White. So Charlotte going with almost an entire new group here. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Diabate. Okogie comes in for Jeffries. Brandon Miller's checked in for Green. And LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Mann.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Here's Ball. Williams a screen on Ball. Okogie on the wing. Back to Ball. Just 5 to shoot. And they recover it. Here's Okogie. Williams defending. Nice shot by Okogie.
Well, that's his heads-up play on the glass by Okogie. Not only did he retrieve the rebound, he scored as well.
Ball passes to Giddey. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far. Ball against Ball. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse! And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
Shooting for Charlotte, LaMelo Ball.
Down. Well, with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
That's good from Giddey. On the assist by Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game.
One of the most impressive things about Ball is his awareness. He's got great court awareness and is a terrific distributor.
Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
These moments are made for Miles Bridges. He wants to have the ball in his hands and makes big plays at big time.
Fires the three. Buzelis, that one's good.
Oh, man. Massive points from Buzelis. Yes.
Ball way outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And it's Collins with the ball for the Bulls. The three is up. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Miller on the wing. Williams defending. Bridges, a screen on Giddey. Out to Bridges from downtown. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Yes, sir. Bridges really asserting himself on offense. And when he's rolling like that, it gets his whole team fired up.
Pass to Buzelis. Outside Giddey. A minute 9 left in the game. Ball with the rebound. Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th.
Count it! Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Ball outside. It falls! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Boy, he loves taking over in big spots. He doesn't back down, and you can see how much he relishes these moments.
Okogie on the wing. Williams defending. Okogie, the pass to Williams. Yeah!
Williams. Assist goes to John.
And so here is Chicago. Ball right side. Collins with a screen on Miller. Williams grabs the board. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Williams, a screen on Giddey. For 3, Bridges. The offensive rebound. Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on it.
one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Mark Williams is out there with Grant Williams. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. Outside Williams. Russell kicks to Williams. Three-pointer. Russell, no luck. Thomas against Williams.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And here are the Nets. From deep, Thomas. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
And it's Miller in the corner. Williams with a clean look. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Williams has got 5 now.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain the triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Okogie, the pass to Williams. Williams looking around. That 3 off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And if you listen to Cam Johnson talk about shooting, my goodness, RJ, he is a student of the game.
Studies a lot of different shooters, constantly analyzing his own footwork. And you know what? The result speaks for themselves.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Let's go. Rebound by Williams. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Miller outside. A rebound by the Nets. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks. Yeah, the Nets head coach and I were able to chat. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for him. Guys?
Thank you, David. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Sinks the three-pointer.
Now, how about this move by Miller, using the pick and roll to create some space for himself?
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
That's on Mark Williams. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Ball with a wide open look. Off target from outside. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. It's a 5-point game. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Hornets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got it.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Russell against Ball. Russell kicks to Thomas. Puts the move on. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Hornets leading by 7. Charlotte moving the ball around. Okogie inside the 3-point line. Nice open look, but it's no good. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Thomas outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thomas got 6.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Ball from long range. Kept alive. Here's Williams. And the rejection by Claxton. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. 41 seconds left to play in the first. Outside, Russell kicks it out to Johnson, and stolen by Williams. There's the triple. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Russell. They get a hand on it, taken away by Williams. Williams against Ball. Fires away from way outside. The shot misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's Charlotte up 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
They've got Martin. Watford out there with Wilson. Then it's Sharp. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Screen by Watford. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here is Jeffries. Shoots the 3. Outside, Green. There's a screen. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Green's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hornets.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Pass to Sharp. Defended by Mann. The offensive rebound. It's stolen by Green. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. Hands it from downtown. Green's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Hornets.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Goes up from the top of the key. Diabate grabs the board. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's his first trip to the line.
Jeffries, 3 shots.
And he sinks the second. Following some ups and downs, Richard, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out.
Martin with the bucket.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
They set the pick. For three, Bridges. The Hornets rebound. Nets trail by 15. Martin, the pass to Wilson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Charlotte. They're on an 18-5 run. Charlotte moving the ball around. Too open that time. Made it look too easy. Jeffries got 9 points in the quarter.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Pass to Watford. Lets the three fly. That's in. And he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Martin, the pass to Watford. Defended by man. Watford, that's good. Watford's got 5 now.
Tremendous vision. Passing out of the shot, that's great decision making.
Here is Jeffries. 9 points in the game so far. Sinks the triple. And the Hornets lead by 16.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
And it's Martin missing. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Lets it go from deep. Jeffries can't get it to go. Sharp with the screen on Bridges. Great open look there. 5 points in the game. Gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their work from beyond the arc has been to highlight a lot of threes, finding the bottom of the bucket. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our contestants.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Nets trail by 13. On the floor for Charlotte. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Grant Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. With nobody on him, he carries the jumper.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Russell, no luck. Hornets leading by 15. And you look at the career of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's played for several teams, including the Lakers twice.
Teams keep trading for D'Lo for his offense. He can be electric. There is a reason why he's been named an all-star in his career.
Williams, a screen on Russell. Ball surveying the defense. No good on the 3.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Thomas against Williams. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Williams, a screen on Russell. And a deep three from Ball. A rebound by the Nets. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Claxton. And it goes down 2 points. The Hornets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across league and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees, so the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you. There's Ball with the 3, and another 3 for Charlotte.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drained a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Good on the 3-point shot.
When you have a shooter like Cam Johnson, you're running that play with confidence.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Miller with a wide open look, and it's the Hornets another 3.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Russell, no luck. Hornets leading by 16. Ball from long range. Unable to get that one. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Williams for 3. Hornets with the rebound. For 3, Okogie. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the Hornets miss again. Brooklyn's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The Hornets have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Shoots a fader. Miller, no luck. Nets trail by 16. Thomas goes in, and Paul with the block.
And great effort defensively from Ball. Timing the rejection perfectly.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. There's Miller with the 3. Williams kicks to Miller. Williams sets a screen for Miller. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. The Hornets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
The 3 ball. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Russell dishes to Johnson. Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bridges shot, good.
Capable of scorching you from the perimeter. When Bridges has a great look, he takes advantage.
That's good from Johnson on the assist by Russell. Johnson's got 6.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Nailed from 3-point land. 20 seconds left to play here in the third. Russell looking around. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Bridges outside. It'll count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 21. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Hornets leading by 21. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Thomas. And it's Williams at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. It's Thomas outside. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The 3-pointer no good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Diabate's shot is good. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hornets.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Mann's gone 1 of 5 from three-point territory. Williams for 3. Bridges with the board.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Jeffries can't get it to go. And here are the Nets. Thomas passes to Claxton. That's good. It's Thomas picking up the assist.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Johnson against Bridges. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Claxton the pass to Johnson. The second effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. He hits the second from the line. Charlotte leading by 21. And Ball puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Russell from long range. Hornets with the rebound.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
And here are the Hornets now. And the foul called on Grant Williams. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Russell against Ball. And that one's good. Russell.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
The Hornets shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And it's Russell missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Miller with a screen on Williams. Williams' shot is off. Nets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Williams for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Williams has got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the Hornets. Here's Russell. Williams with the block. Williams against Johnson. Fires for 3. Hornets now working with the new shot clock. Takes a 3. They get it back. Williams kicks to Williams. Good on the triple.
Grant Williams.
Williams has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Charlotte.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Mark Williams.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
There's Miller with the 3, rebounded by the Nets. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Thomas. Here's the Hornets with the ball. It's Miller on the wing. Claxton covering. And again, the Hornets missing. Williams scanning the floor. Wasted no time on that one. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. It's an 18-point lead. There's Miller with the three. Buries it from three-point range.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Oh, road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Outside, Russell. From deep three-point territory. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
And the starting group for Chicago. Williams is out there with Zach Collins. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Kevin Herter. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. Now here's Russell. A deep three. Williams grabs the board. And Williams has got the ball here for the Bulls. It's a three-point game. Pass to Buzelis. There's Ball with a three. Pure from three-point range. Ball's got 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, for his size, just about 7 feet, Buzelis is a pretty good passer.
Thomas outside. Jacks up a three. The kick out to Williams. Fires for three. And Thomas gets it to go on the assist from Williams.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving. And this first quarter has been ridiculous. They simply can't miss right now.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Thomas for three. And the Nets, another three.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Ball looks over the floor. Herter, a screen on Russell. The three from Ball. The rebound by the Nets.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Williams misses. And here's Chicago. They're on a 15-6 run. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Claxton with a rebound. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 9. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, we're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that.
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Bulls leading by 9. Pass to Buzelis. Williams on the wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Lets the three fly. Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got 9.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Russell to pass to Thomas. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Yeah, super comfortable from deep. Ball has been launching shots from there since he was young.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. He's got 15.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate, exactly when his team needs it.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Thomas for three. Williams grabs the board. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Three-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 3. And here's Thomas from the arc. That one no good. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Rejected by Claxton. And here's Thomas. 15 points in the game. Takes the 3. That one doesn't drop. Lonzo Ball, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bulls, doing some damage from deep. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
They've got Trendon Watford, also sharp out there, and it's Martin in at the 2 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league, and when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Whitehead from beyond the arc and then some.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest every time.
From Pete Giddey. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Nets. Nets trail by 5. From deep. Counted from distance. Whitehead's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
From deep, Giddey. He can't hit that time.
He just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Martin with the bucket.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense. Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. From the arc. Some solid defense from Martin.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Connects from downtown. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it could even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Whitehead can't get it to go. Bulls leading by 3. From deep, Giddey. And Watford pulls it down.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
And the Nets miss again. The Bulls have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Giddey passes to White. Drops in the 3. White's got 6 here in the quarter.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Pass to Wilson. There's the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Giddey's got his 5th rebound in this one. For 3. And that doesn't go. He's an ice cold 1 for 9 from the field. Whitehead passes to Sharp. And he lobs it up.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Pick by Vucevic. Smith left side. No one near him. Sharp grabs the miss.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Watford the pass to Sharp. 3-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Martin's got 6. Chicago leading. Giddey with it. Sinks that one from the post.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Martin. Here's Whitehead. And the Nets, another 3. From deep, Giddey. And that's not going to go. Tie game in Brooklyn. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And so in the game for the Bulls, they've got Lonzo Ball, Buzelis out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's Herter in at the 2. You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can.
Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. 3-pointer. Hits the 3-pointer. And it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Filling it up. Lonzo Ball, more than a passer.
And here's Thomas from the arc. Chicago with a rebound.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Ball's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Here's Thomas for 3. Here's Claxton. Can they get it? Brooklyn, no good that time either. Bulls leading by 6. The 3. And there's Herter. That's good on the assist by Buzelis. Buzelis has got his 4th assist with that last one. Thomas against Ball. Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got 18 points in the game.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Ball against Russell. Clock at 6. Let's go with a 3. Bulls keep it alive. Herter with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. 6 to shoot. There's Ball with a 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Thomas against Ball. Back to Thomas. Pass to Johnson. Thomas, a screen on Herter. Johnson for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams against Ball. 4-3. Ball with another miss. Nets trail by 6. Fast break, Brooklyn. Here's Russell. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulls. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Ball against Russell. From behind the arc. Ball no good. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Thomas finds Williams. Releases. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either. Well, they keep going to him, and he keeps delivering.
The Nets have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Outside Johnson. Thomas outside. There's a screen by Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Williams from long range. Ball with the rebound. Bulls leading by 9. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Offensive rebound. Knocked away. Stolen by Ball. The 3 is up. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. No problems knocking that one down. Thomas has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
From deep, Johnson. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's the Bulls up by 6. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Giddey with it. Russell covering. Giddey passes to Dosunmu. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
The aggressive move by Russell. He's got the deep bag of tricks. So tough to stop.
Giddey passes to White. Dosunmu on the wing. Here's Giddey, and he drives in. The 3, Smith. Brooklyn pulls it in. Now here's Russell. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds in the game. Dosunmu for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Nets trail by 7. Puts up a 3. Williams, that's good. Williams has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Outside Giddey. Oh, deflected. Vucevic finds Giddey. White for 3. And again, Chicago, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Williams' shot is good.
Credit the hard work coming back. They're doing their best to steal this game.
Yeah, look, they've shown great resolve to work their way back into this one, but they're not done yet. They're going to have to grind it out.
Russell from outside. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
Thomas misses.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. But look, he's got to find something easier.
Oh, got that one up quick.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Pass to Johnson. Now Thomas fires the 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And here again, the Bulls in transition. Up the court they go.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Russell lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Sometimes when you've got that much room, you can't resist doing something special.
Giddey with it. Guarded now by Williams.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Whitehead, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Number 0, Derek Whitehead.
We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter here. Pass to Vucevic. His first shot coming late. And it's Whitehead with a rebound. Nets trail by 7. Here's Johnson. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Smith outside. From outside the arc. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. There's 1:26 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. They get it back. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Bulls.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The kick out to White. Launches it, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Bulls.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And what a huge performance it was for Lonzo Ball.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
The kick out to White. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Here's Whitehead. Giddey defends. Claxton passes to Whitehead.
Number 8, Whitehead from Claxton.
Three-pointer, Vucevic. Off on that one. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Exceptional effort on the road. They were...
Don't expect up and down doors. Fast basketball. These teams prefer to operate in the half court. They're very methodical, but fun to watch.
Hey, good basketball. Regardless of the pace at which it's run, is good basketball. And with these two teams, movement, screening, high IQ offensive basketball, I'm here for that.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Kevin Huerter. Patrick Williams is out there with Zach Collins. Then it's Ball, and it's Buzelis in at the 3, the small forward.
One thing that impresses you about LaMelo, the way he reads defenses and makes the game easier for everyone around him.
Ball against Ball. Outside, Ball. 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And, Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Shots good by Miller.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Ball kicks to Huerter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Williams. Miller surveying the floor. Back to Williams. There's Ball with the 3. They grab their own miss. Pass to Okogie. Launches it. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, heads up play from Okogie. Got to be shot ready on the catch. He was more than up to the task.
Huerter with a screen on Ball. Ball no good. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Hornets, leading by 5. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Lonzo Ball picks one up. The Hornets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Ball against Ball. Pass to Buzelis. Ball sets a screen for Buzelis. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Ball against Williams. For 3. It's all in by the Bulls. A minute 50 left here in the opening quarter. Ball with a wide open look. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Charlotte leading by 7. Ball with it. Now guarded by Ball. Miller with a wide open look. And the 3 ball is good. Miller's got 8 points.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA, Doris, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the the style he brings when he is healthy.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Herder, no good. Hornets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Out to Miller from downtown. Collins grabs the miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Ball from long range. Drills the three-pointer. Ball's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Chicago.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Williams with a clean look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Williams has got his second basket of the night. Here's Bruce Ellis. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Williams for 3. The kick out to Ball. Drops in the tray. He has 5.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
They've got Trey Mann, also Josh Green out there, and it's Jeffries in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Here's Giddey, and there's the drive.
I tell you, if you give Josh Giddey a lane to the cup, look out. He knows how to finish.
Hornets leading by 15. On the wing, Bridges. Takes the 3. That shot off the mark. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Now here's Giddey. Fires the 3. Diabate grabs the board. Charlotte's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Charlotte again missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Giddey. Rips it home after the terrific move.
Well, you can see the long, lanky frame of Josh Giddey on display.
Bridges for 3. The rebound by Dosunmu. Bulls trail by 15. Here's Giddey. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And that's now 6 points here for Josh Giddey. Pass to Jeffries. They set the pick. Over in the corner, Green. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled. Listen, he's going to get stronger, but you talk about guile and the willingness to battle down low. Josh Giddey is more than up to the task.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Bulls trail by 13. Here's Mann from beyond the arc and then some. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. Highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life.
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Boy, it looked like the defense was perfectly positioned. Outstanding contest. And Josh Giddey says, I don't care. I'm scoring anyway.
Here's Mann. Hands it from downtown. Mann's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Hornets.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just standing the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And both free throws good for Giddey.
When you look at Josh Giddey's overall skill set and combine that with the 6'8" size and the point guard mindset that he has, he is special. The playmaking, the willingness to score in tough spots. This guy has got a bright future.
Jeffries, rebound by Smith.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
Pass to Diabate. Fires the 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Giddey. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
To me, it's the ability to facilitate that enhances Josh Giddey as a scorer. You've got to play him for both, and right now he's cooking the defense.
Bulls trail by 14. Out to White. This one for 3. Good on the three-point shot. White's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Diabate. And the Hornets miss again. Pass to Giddey. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. So for Chicago right now, they've got Collins. Kevin Huerter is out there with ball. Then it's Williams. And it's Buzelis in at the small forward. 2 on the clock. A 3. The Hornets pull it in. Here's Okogie. He has 6. Got that bucket in no time at all. Okogie's got the first field goal of the second half for the Hornets. Here's Buzelis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
Bulls trail by 10. Collins wide open. He fires. Another 3 for Chicago.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
And here's Miller outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Miller's got 11.
And this is where Miller continues to improve, creating off the dribble.
Back to Ball. Wants to get it to Collins and does. Over Williams. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Collins. Miller against Herder. Miller, the pass to Williams. Outside, Ball. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area. Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
There's the three. Kept alive. Williams kicks to Ball. Jacks up a three. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Ball's got 6 here in this quarter.
This guy is always ready to shoot the three. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
Stolen by Ball. Here's the three. Again, Ball missing. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 14-point game.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Stolen by Ball. Pulls it up. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 13 with that last one. There's the screen. Williams for three.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
Floats it up for Williams. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Williams has got 8 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Williams passes to Miller. Beyond the arc. Williams in the post. Still without a basket. Puts up a deep three. Another miss by Williams.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Okogie for three. It's all in by the Bulls. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight. 3-pointer. Ball no good. Hornets leading by 13. And here's Miller outside. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ball, the pass to Herder. Front pass the arc. And Lonzo Ball with the three. Ball's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Chicago. Got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Charlotte with a 10-point lead. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Trey Mann is out there with Josh Green. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Jeffries in at the 3 spot. So that's the Hornets 5.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Launches it. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Giddey. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's a guy who's willing to mix it up offensively and draw the contact and get that opportunity for the old-fashioned N1. We see you, Josh Giddey.
Charlotte leading by 10. Here is Jeffries. Lets it go with a 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And both free throws good for Giddey.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them. Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Here's Mann. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 12. Smith in the posts, defended by Bridges. Another shot, and it's Giddey laying it in. 23 points here for Josh Giddey.
That's outstanding footwork by Josh Giddey. Finishing the painted area. I can do that too.
Pass to Diabate. Here's Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Oh, Vucevic in position, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
There's a chemistry that Vucevic has with his guys. The alley and the oop.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Fires for three. Rebound by the Bulls. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Diabate's got his fourth rebound in this one. From deep, Green. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Giddey. White, wide open. He fired. Off target with his 3. Charlotte leading by 10. Out to the right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here is Jeffries. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Jeffries got 9 points here in the second half. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Defensive foul.
He is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Charlotte?
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Pass to Mann. Here is Jeffries. Tipped away. Shot clock at 6 to the left side wing. Picked by Bridges. Misses off the left iron.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
A deep 3 from Green. The offensive rebound. Bridges outside. For 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Trailing here by 8. Good on the shot.
Oh my goodness, Josh Giddey in a big-time moment decides to knock it down.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Mann. Giddey defending.
Josh Giddey. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Trey Mann.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
There's the lob to Bridges. It's taken away by Smith. Giddey with it. He takes it in. It's tipped. Now, man. No good there. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. They didn't make it easy.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back and let you still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the beat.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the beat.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's the 3. Fires in the triple.
Boy, you look at D'Angelo Russell. He's got a sweet stroke. The lefty can knock it down from 3, but always seems to be playing at his pace, under good control.
Here's Miller. Claxton with a rebound.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Ball taking his time here. He drops it from range.
Well, I love the feel Ball has when he should pull up or pass or whatever decision he has to make. His pace is outstanding.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Trey?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the night. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
And Ball gets it to go.
Well, you got to love how quick Ball's shot is. Doesn't take a lot of time to get himself squared up.
Ball against Russell. And here's Thomas from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Williams on the wing, covered by Johnson. Ball outside. Williams, a screen on Russell. A deep three from Ball. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. That doesn't go either for Ball. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Williams from long range. Okogie pulls down the board. Charlotte has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Williams, that's good.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The Nets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Sends it home from three-point land.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Ball passes to Miller. And there's a pick for 3. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Russell against Ball. The kick out to Williams. Launches a 3. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Okogie on the wing. 1:33 left in the first. Miller outside. Launches it. Williams grabs the board. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Hey, great communication on the lob.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Miller, he's open. Boy, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Miller's got 5 points. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Russell against Ball, and it's Russell on the drive. Outside Johnson. The 3 is up. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Russell against Ball. Takes the 3. Rebound Brooklyn.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Hits the trifecta. Thomas has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
Williams misses. And stolen by Williams. There's Ball with a 3. Buries it from 3. 9 points in the game. Here's Thomas. Johnson a screen on Miller. Here's Thomas for 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. More 2K. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen from the Hornets, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
They've got Trey Mann. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Miles Bridges. Then it's Smith. And it's Jeffries in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. 4-3. Whitehead can't get it to go.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Smith outside. No good on the triple. Nets trail by 3. It's Martin on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Stolen. Here's Jeffries. And it's off from three-point range. Poke loose. Here's Nurkic. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Here's Sharp. It's rebounded by Jeffries. Charlotte leading by 5. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Gets to the corner and hits it. Jeffries has got his second bucket on the night.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by Mann. Whitehead, shot is good.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Pass to Bridges. The 3. Kept alive by Charlotte. Smith outside. Fires the 3, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
And Brooklyn with possession here. 4-point game. Here's Whitehead. The rebound by Bridges. Charlotte has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Jeffries, no good.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. There's 1:54 left to play in the second quarter. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And that one's good. Man.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
To the right side. Here's Watford. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Charlotte leading by 7. For 3, Bridges. No luck on that one. Brooklyn has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Offensive rebound. Sharp. Watford outside. Pass to Martin. From deep. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Jeffries, no good. Nets trail by 4. Takes a 3. Outside Sharp. Here's Watford. Nails it from 3. Watford's got 9 points now in the quarter. The Hornets have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. Lets it go from deep. Brooklyn pulls it in. Sharp's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Martin. And the Nets, another 3.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And here's Nurkic for 3. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
What an ending to the first half. Buzzer-beating 3 to take the lead.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Hornets. They're up by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. LaMelo Ball with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3. Brooklyn trailing. And here's Thomas from the arc. Ball with the rebound. And Ball will bring it up here for the Hornets. But you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
There's Ball with a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. The Nets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Williams from long range. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Okogie. No good with the triple.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
There's the triple. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Okogie, the pass to Williams. Miller against Thomas. Williams, a screen on Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Miller. And Mark Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Brooklyn's got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Russell to pass to Thomas. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
3 points.
Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Orchestrating the offense like a vet. D'Angelo getting everybody involved.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. Williams from long range. Williams knocks down the 3. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Thomas with the ball, guarded now by Williams. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Thomas. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Ball finds Miller. Williams, a screen on Thomas. Miller, that one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Miller's got 7.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And here's Thomas from the arc. Okogie pulls down the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Recent years have been a bit of a struggle for the Hornets, Clark.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, they've dealt with injuries that have really been problematic, and roster changes as well. I mean, very much a team in transition, trying to figure out who they are and what they can be. And it's hard to get things clicking when you're having changes in your roster compounded by injuries as well.
Russell against Ball. Fires for three. Melo knocking down a three.
I'll tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
Here's Thomas for three. Ball with the rebound.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Williams from long range. On target from range. And it's a 7-point Hornet lead.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Russell, that's good.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Miller against Thomas. Miller can't get it to go. Nets trail by 5. Thomas outside. Williams from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
They set the screen. Williams from long range. Claxton with a rebound. And here's the fast break. He got it up. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. They've got Miles Bridges, Smith out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Jeffries in at the small forward position. That's the Hornets 5. Wilson, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And here's Nurkic for three. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Hornets lead by 5.
Well, I tell you, Bridges is doing a nice job there, and his teammates appreciate when he looks to get them involved.
Sharp, pass to Wilson. Here's Watford. Off target with the three. And so it's Nurkic who brings up the ball for Charlotte. Three-pointer, Bridges. Outside man, the three ball. The rebound by the Nets.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Watford. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Hornets leading by 5. For three, Smith. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. That shot wide open.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Here's Mann. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The Hornets have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. And Charlotte, another 3. Here's Whitehead. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Smith against Martin. Smith passes to Mann. Picked by Smith. Releases. That one's wide left. Nets trail by 8. Martin outside. Puts up a 3. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Sharp passes to Wilson. And a miss there on the triple.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Hornets?
You know, this is an example of why conditioning can be so important. I mean, it can be critical. They continue to sprint the floor, and there's no let-up in sight.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group. And here's Thomas from the arc. Great D that time from Miller.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration. And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now. You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this morning. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
For three, Bridges. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Outside, Williams. Ball outside. From outside the arc. Williams grabs the board. Nets trail by 6.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Pass to Thomas. Three-pointer. He drops it from range.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Okogie. Miller outside. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. And the Hornets lead by 6.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a 3, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
I'm not quite ready to go there yet, but it certainly sounds like the crowd is with you on that idea.
And it's in. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3. There's a screen for 3, Bridges. And the Hornets, another 3.
Always looking to make an impact and capable of doing so. When Bridges sees a shot, he does not hold back. He lets it fly.
Thomas. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. So it's the Hornets now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Ball passes to Miller. And the Hornets, another 3.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
And so it's Charlotte winning this one. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.